Moments from now, the setting is Detroit, the Motor City. The 76ers taking on the Pistons. For the Philadelphia 76ers, playing at a high level deep into the season, and they're hungry to keep it going tonight. Pistons, Sixers. The tip-off coming up right after this. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Lowry out there with Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's George. And it's MP in at the four-man position. And for Detroit, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the center, filling out the middle. And with the trade deadline behind us, GA, that is a busy time for front offices.
Yeah, and for every trade that takes place, hundreds more are proposed. I don't envy the GM's long hours behind the scenes.
Go. And it's the Pistons to start out. And here's Thompson. Now the pass to Harris. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia with the ball. MP passes to Embiid. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
Reedy's checked in for the Pistons. Pass to Ivy. The Pistons working the ball around now. The offensive rebound, Harris. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Pistons have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Here's MP. Rebound by the Pistons. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
And it's in there.
Just devastating. George making it look easy with that move.
Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Heat. Ivy passes to Reed. He kicks to Cunningham. Driving inside. Harris outside. 4 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signing Paul George to create a star trio, along with the great value signings around the edges. Philly is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best.
Shooting 2.
They have a big 3. And they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. That's good from Harris. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin. And they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
MP's shot is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Cunningham. 29 points for him last game against Cleveland.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in. Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Ivy against Lowry. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Harris against MP. Puts up a deep three. The shot by Ivy, no good. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff.
When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner. He nails it.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
For the Pistons, Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Fontecchio's coming in for Thompson. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Sasser with it, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Fontecchio. Throws it up high, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Jackson in the corner. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Here for Detroit, Tobias Harris is checked in for Reed. Asar Thompson comes in for Fontecchio. And it's Cunningham in for Jaden Ivey. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Cunningham is out there with Marcus Sasser. And it's Anderson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. So it's the Pistons now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. Pass to Sasser. And Embiid pulls it down. 76ers trailing. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And Detroit has possession. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Anderson kicks to Cunningham. 6 to shoot. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
For 3, Harris. Detroit, no good that time either. And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. And MP throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Sasser, while recovering, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down one, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA,
Shooting two.
who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. A guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Sasser hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Heat had some terrific plays. He scored 12 points, and on top of that, also grabbed 3 rebounds. He was certainly effective, doing a little bit of everything for his squad. Kevin, they have to appreciate that kind of effort.
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that one. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
Yeah, watching the film of that game, they ran some nice sets for him. I'd expect more of the same tonight.
Here's Anderson after the Sixers pick up 2. Thompson dishes to Harris. Thompson passes to Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Harris has got 5 points so far.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Different look here for Detroit. Reed is checked in for Anderson. Fontecchio's coming in for Thompson. And Ivy's subbed in for Marcus Sasser. Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and free throws were a big part of the game.
And stolen by MP. All alone, and it's George finishing it off.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Pistons trail by 7. 1:15 left to play here in the half. Harris finds coming in. Back to Harris. To the right side. Here's Fontecchio. Detroit, no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Embiid trying to break loose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
And he knocks down the first one. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Seth Curry. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Cunningham, still without a basket. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Tobias Harris. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Down low, here's MP. And MP throws throws it down hard.
Well, we know Reggie Jackson can get his own shot, but it's always great to see him get others involved.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Cunningham kicks to Harris. There's 25 seconds left in the first half. On the way, Harris. Shot clock at 5. Over MP. Harris, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the inside. Embiid throws it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got MP. Ari out there with Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's George in at the small forward. Now, here's Ivy. Cunningham with it. Lowry picks him up. Back to Ivy. And a missed layup.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. And here's Cunningham, following the three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Pistons making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Paul George. Back to Thompson. In the corner, it's Harris. To end the run, Thompson with the bucket.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
The 76ers leading by 16 to the middle. And MP throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Cunningham against Maxey. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Marcus Sasser's checked in for Cunningham. The 76ers also with a sub. Martin's checked in. Reed is checked in for Detroit. Cade Cunningham comes in for Marcus Sasser. MP's checked in for the 76ers. Paul George comes in for Kelly Oubre. Harris inside the line. It's hauled in by the 76ers. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. And it's Reed in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Maxey hits them both. Here's Cunningham, and they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the strike.
For your Pistons, Harris. Tobias Harris, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Harris drops them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Maxey finds MP. Back to Maxey. Drummond trying to get himself free. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And what a finish by Maxey with that contact. That took a lot of guts.
At the line for the Sixers, Maxey. Tyrese Maxey. 1 shot.
What's up?
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit, trailing by 13. Pass to Harris. Over MP. Detroit, no good that time either. The 76ers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And And stolen by Ivy. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Cunningham passes to Harris. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Cunningham. Back to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Lowry passes to MP. And the dunk by MP.
Oh, good execution there. Lowry with a pinpoint pass.
Pistons trail by 16. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Kept alive, Harris. And finally they hit one. Harris has got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
MP kicks to Drummond. Outside Lowry. Inside. It's stolen by Cunningham. Now Detroit moving it up. And slam dunk by Harris.
Such a smart offensive player. Harris in just the right spot there to finish on the break.
Harris against MP. Passes it to George. It's up a 3. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. And the 76ers lead by 15. And, well, Detroit shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Left side, George. Outside, Maxey. 76ers moving the ball around. MP against Harris. 6 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And the 76ers get it back. He's off on that one. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Philadelphia.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others. Just beautiful basketball.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. Over George. Can't hit from 12. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game, and just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.